iOS 18 is a big release. First, let's talk about features that give you exciting new ways to personalize your iPhone, starting with home screen. You can already customize your home screen with your favorite wallpaper, apps, and widgets. Now, your app icons and widgets can add even more. I have this photo I love as my wallpaper, and now I can continue to enjoy it when I unlock my iPhone, because I can arrange my apps and widgets to frame it perfectly. I can select them all and easily place them along the bottom, right above the dock, for easy access. Or even off to the side.
That, in fairness, is actually really cool. However, now that we've moved on to the latest iOS announcement,
we have an awesome new look for app icons when we go into dark mode. In addition to this new dark look, there are even more new ways to adjust how they look. I can bring up a new customization sheet, and now I can tint them all with color.
that is cool. That is cool.
Wallpaper. Or I can select any other color I want. Whether you prefer the classic look or want to go dark or style with color, there are so many possibilities to make your home screen truly your own. We're also bringing new levels of customization and capability to Control Center. When I swipe from the top right corner, I can see Control Center. And now Control Center isn't limited to just the controls you see here. I can swipe to multiple new groups of controls, like for media playback. And here are my home controls. And what's really great is I can get to any one of these groups with a single continuous swipe. To add more controls, I can open up the new Controls Gallery, where I have so many options to choose from. Developers can include controls from their apps as well. I can adjust how my controls are laid out and resize them too. But that's the new Control Center.
I do think that all looks cool, but what I am really liking is that it's easier to control the colour if you have a hybrid or an electric car now, or one of the most up-to-date ones. So yeah, that does make me interested in looking back on the market again, but yeah, definitely easy enough to access, it seems.
We have a new Controls API for developers. And that's not all. These new controls are also available from the lock screen. So you can swap the camera and flashlight for different controls, like taking a note when an idea strikes, or quickly capturing the moment for your Snapchat. Another key part of personalizing iOS is about keeping you in control of your privacy. And iOS 18 gives you even more ways to control who can see your apps, how you share your contacts, and how you connect to accessories. Sometimes we hand our device to someone so they can look at a photo or play a game, but we want peace of mind that they can't get into sensitive areas of our phone. So this year, we're giving you a new way to protect sensitive apps and the information inside them by letting you lock an app. If someone else tries to tap it, they will be required to authenticate using Face ID, Touch ID, or your passcode. And information from inside the app won't appear in other places across the system, like in search and notifications. There may also be occasions when you want to hide an app that you don't want others to know is installed on your device.
Well, as someone who is now working in the media, that does seem an interesting feature to be able to hide an app. So yeah, although I wouldn't be doing it all the time, in certain circumstances, yeah, I can see where that will be important for many people, especially anyone who is in any domestic violence or abusive relationships. So yeah, that would be it's obviously going to help a lot of people.
We're also adding new ways to control how you share information with apps with contacts. Today, when you give an app access to your contacts, it can learn about all the people you've added over time. In iOS 18, We're putting you in control by letting you decide which contacts an app can see. We're also putting you in control when you pair accessories. Now, developers can offer you an intuitive new way to pair your accessories that keeps your devices private and makes pairing seamless. We have big enhancements to the apps we use to stay connected, starting with Messages. To tell you more, here's Ronak.
Messages is central to how we communicate with the most important people in our lives. So in iOS 18, we're giving you all new ways to express yourself and stay connected. Let's start with tapbacks. Tapbacks are one of the most popular ways to express yourself. This is a huge year for tapbacks. We've not only redesigned your favorites, we're now giving you limitless ways to express yourself by letting you tap back with any emoji or sticker. We're bringing one of your most requested features to Messages. When you don't want to forget to send that friendly reminder or birthday text in the morning, you can schedule your message to send later. We're also giving you more ways to express your tone. And when formatting's not enough, we're introducing a new way to visually amplify your messages with text effects. Whether you want to emphasize some major news, bring your emoji to life, or you're just blown away by a stunning photo.
I know they may think that a couple of these effects are new, and some people who are new to Apple may think that they're new. But I am beginning to think that some of these effects, like the animations, I'm suffering a wee bit of deja vu, because I have a sneaky suspicion that some of these might have been around in the last few years, because I definitely do recall using them before.
You can express yourself in all new ways with text effects. Some words and phrases automatically surface a suggestion, so you can quickly select one and send it. And you can also add one of the many new effects to any text. Last, there's a new way to stay connected whenever you don't have Wi-Fi or cellular service. We're using the same groundbreaking technology that gave us emergency SOS via satellite to bring you Messages via satellite. Because iMessage was built to protect your privacy, iMessages sent over satellite are end-to-end encrypted. And if you need to text people not on iMessage, we're supporting SMS messaging via satellite too. Now, let's talk about another app we use to communicate, Mail. We're giving you a new way to stay in control and manage incoming email with on-device categorization that organizes your messages and helps you stay up to date across all of your accounts. The primary category enables you to focus on what matters most. The rest of your email will be organized into new categories, like transactions for receipts and order confirmations, updates for newsletters and social media notices, and promotions. We've also created an elegant new digest view that pulls together all the relevant emails you've received from a business to make interacting with these messages even easier. If you want a sender to appear in another category, you can recategorize them with just a few taps. Archiving or deleting all of the messages from a business is just as easy. And of course, you can always see all of your emails in one place. Categorization will be available later this year. And now, back to Craig.
iOS 18 also includes some great updates to apps and features you use every day, starting with Maps. Maps delivers new topographic maps with detailed trail networks and hiking routes, including all 63 US national parks that can be saved to your phone and accessed offline, with turn-by-turn voice guidance and the ability to create your own hikes. Next, Wallet. Continuing on our journey to replace your physical wallet, we're introducing Tap to Cash, a quick and private way to exchange Apple Cash without sharing phone numbers or email addresses. You can pay someone back for dinner just by holding your phones together. We're adding 2 new ways to pay with Apple Pay Online, giving customers around the world the ability to redeem rewards and access installments from their banks and card providers.
I know they introduced the easier AirPlay and sharing technology last year by holding 2 iPhones together. However, that way of paying someone back could actually be useful. The only thing, however, that I think would also be beneficial with this technology would be if they could allow an iPhone user to do it to someone who has one of the phones from the other side that we dare not mention, because I have a lot of players who are stubborn and aren't into trying Apple technology. So yeah, that would be a good way of paying some of my social cares back if we're ever in the need to send money through.
And event tickets are getting a beautiful new design and new features, including an all-new event guide combining helpful information about the venue with smart recommendations from your favorite Apple apps. We also have updates to Journal that let you log your state of mind and help you keep track of your goals with an insights view that shows your writing streaks, a calendar, and other fun stats. And you can now use search to quickly find the past entries you're looking for. We're also excited to announce an update with great improvements for gamers. Game mode is coming to iPhone. Finally, we have some big news for photos. iOS 18 brings the biggest redesign ever to the Photos app. To tell us more about the all-new design, here's Chelsea.
Well, so far, iOS 18 is showing promising signs beyond the disappointment I had when we were told about Vision Pro 2. So yes, hopefully everything keeps on going along the good stuff, because it's looking very, very promising at the minute.
The new Photos app keeps your library organized and makes it super easy to find photos fast. This new design is gorgeous, feels familiar, and it puts everything you want right at your fingertips. The app has been unified into a single view with the photo grid at the top and your library organized by theme below. When you want to quickly jump back to specific dates, you can use months and years views at the bottom. I have a lot in my library, so it's great that this filter button lets me quickly narrow it down to specific types of content. And now, I can even filter out screenshots to enjoy my photos clutter-free. We know that it can be tough to keep our ever-growing libraries organized, so we've built on the amazing intelligence in the Photos app and created a space below the grid that makes it easy to access the photos you care about most. You can browse by topics like time, people, my favorite memories, new ones like trips, and more. Recent Days organizes photos by each day, with clutter, like receipts, filtered out. I can swipe between days like this to see my hike yesterday. I can view the photos as a beautiful collage, and I can share the whole collection with just a tap. When I want to find a specific person in my library, I head to People and Pets, and it now includes my favorite groups of people for the first time. The new Trip section gathers all your memorable adventures in one place. I can quickly jump back.
But are there any other options to save space so that you don't need to feel like you're forced to sort through photos that you really don't want to delete from throughout the years?
And revisit a trip. Since everyone's photo library is unique, Photos is now customizable, so you can elevate the topics that are most important to you. You can reorder collections to put them in the order you like. And we have one more new space to make the Photos app your very own. If you swipe right from the grid, you'll find the new carousel, which highlights your best content in a beautiful poster-like view. You can customize this too. Each day, the carousel surprises you with a new set of photos to enjoy for each of these. And that's a quick peek at the new Photos app. Now back to you, Craig.
That's iOS 18, a big release that brings deeper customization to iPhone, new ways to stay connected in messages and mail, enhancements to privacy, and the biggest Photos redesign ever. And so much more. including an option for larger icons on the home screen, RCS messaging support, and reminders integration in Calendar.